You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. And this program is designed to build your mental resiliency and offset all the negatives in your life and generate new possibilities. And we talk about a variety of things each day, and we encourage you to join in the conversation. And there are so many parents that are concerned about their children becoming independent and becoming successful. Pediatrician Sonia Gohill said that most of our parents are just scared. She said they're scared they're going to do the wrong thing, and if they don't do enough of the right things, their children are going to miss the boat. She said it's like they're in competition from the time their kids are born. They're in competition with the other kids, whose kid is going to crawl first, and why is my kid just sitting here in my lap? Developmental psychologist Susan Ingalls says it's a dangerous myth, especially among young middle-class parents, that if you think all you have to do is just parent well and make all the right decisions about school and discipline and activities and friendships, that you can fix your child, that you can tailor your child. She said, no, that's not true. You cannot dictate who your child will become. But we can have some influence. Rose F. Kennedy, she said, mother of 9, she said, I looked on child rearing not only as a work of love and duty, but as a profession that was fully as interesting and as challenging as any honorable profession in the world, and one that demanded the best that I could bring to it. Wow. Rose F. Kennedy. She was a powerful woman. Listen, we want you to call. We would like to become a part of the conversation. What are the values, the lessons that you would want your children to learn? One of the things that I learned, the value of never stop learning. Mama said, Leslie, learn all you can. And I remember going to a seminar. Brian Tracy said, you don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. Say, Les, if you just read one book a month, the average American reads only one book a year. If you read one book a month in your area of interest, in 5 years, when the average American has read 5 books and you would have read 60 books, that will make you an expert. Brian Tracy was right. Jim Rohn was right. I took them seriously, and I started reading a book a week, and it has made all the difference in the world, in my life, and my children know that, and as a result, they are consummate readers. They read constantly. I want to talk to you, Robert. Robert, thank you so much on line 3. Thank you for calling in, and I'd like to know what is it that you would like your children to learn?
Well, thank you for taking my call, and I've been following and kind of studying your ideas about, what makes a good life, and I'm 69 years old right now, and I grew up in foster homes and single parent. And one of the things at early years that my father taught me, and he and I didn't have the greatest of relationships, and early on he taught me the value that I didn't understand at the time, that contributing and not feeling entitled and having the discipline to stay focused on making, wherever I have found myself in life, from his teaching. With him, I had to help take care of the house. I had to vacuum. I had to wash dishes. I had to earn a little money and contribute to whatever was given to me. And as I grew older and I went, to live in different friends' homes and different foster homes and group homes, I found that when I contributed, when I took care of myself, it encouraged other people to help add to whatever I was doing or whatever I needed. So the two qualities that I have 4 children now.
Yeah. So are you teaching them how to contribute? And what are the things that you have them doing that you're something similar to what your father had you doing?
Well, for example, when my daughter was 5 years old, I started going into her room and showing her how to pick up her trash can and take her trash out into the main trash can. And I would go in the kitchen with her, and we would run water in both sides of the sink, and I would wash on one side and I had water on the other, and her job was to rinse the dishes and put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I had to wash dishes as a kid. I had to mop. We had to clean the house. We had to rake the yard. We had to cut the grass.
Exactly.
And all of those things help to build responsibility in kids.
To build the responsibility, and that carries over to
adulthood.
Whenever they go to work, they don't go in. They go in with the attitude that I'm not entitled and nobody owes me a job. And if I'm going to progress in this job, it's going to be as a result of me showing the contribution that merits promotion.
Fantastic. Listen, thank you so much for calling in, Robert. I appreciate you. Robert made it. He made his point clear is that even though he was raised in foster homes, but his father taught him, even though they didn't have a real good relationship, sometimes you can learn some things from people, even though you don't have a good relationship with your parents. I mean that you throw all this stuff out. And he learned from his father the value of living a life of contribution, of giving back, of finding a way to earn your space and not have a sense of entitlement that so many young people have. We'd like for you to get in a conversation. What are the 3 life lessons and what generated those lessons for you? What's the story behind the lessons that you would want your kids to learn, your grandchildren to learn from you, from your wisdom, from your experience? And what would you want them to see in you that will ensure the possibility of them becoming successful? The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. That's what we're talking about today. Schools are really challenging, and they have their role to play, but parents have a lot to do, and they're parents who want their kids to make it and want to give them all they possibly can. Kathleen in Orange County, thank you so much. What would you want your kids to know and learn from your wisdom? What are the life lessons that you've learned?
Hi, Les Brown. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
My lesson that I would just love for my children to take from me would just be to be happy and to just smile.
You say to be happy. What do you mean by that? You say just to be happy. What is it that makes you happy? Because there's something behind that statement.
Well, just life is so wonderful. It's just I grew up in a dysfunctional home, and I never would see my mom smile or affection or anything. And in the beginning, it was really tough, and it was tough for me to figure it out. And not till actually probably about 10 years ago, I realized that life is so wonderful, and not anything that comes your way, as long as you see it in a positive way and always just have a smile and be happy. It just life is just so much easier.
Kathleen, I agree with you, but I want to ask you a question. What is it that makes you happy, Kathleen?
What makes me happy is just waking up every day, seeing my beautiful children, having a hardworking husband, and loving myself.
Okay. Yes, that's a good thing. Just being able to get up and not in any pain and have a good relationship and wonderful kids, that's enough to make you smile. Let the record show.
Yeah, sometimes we're so busy
with
life and things that come our way that we don't think about all these little things, and just to be grateful and just to love life.
A spirit of gratitude. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. Hey, listen, we'd like for you to call in as well. What is it that